Chatham Glenwood Titans football on 970 WMAY, the news and talk of Springfield.
Forrest, got to ask you tonight, you come in a little bit undermanned on the defensive front without Austin Bell. Then you lose Tyler DeRozier early on in the football game. What did you say to the rest of your teammates up front? Did you just say, hey, we got to take it from here, we got to step up our game even more so now?
Yeah, I talked with him after Tyler got kicked out. I got with the rest of the defensive line and really just told him, we have to step up. You got to pick up the slack. You got to play like you're a starter. Don't take any breaks and just play hard. Don't get in their face.
And I got to ask you, Dan, when Forrest is doing the job he's doing, they're in the middle of everything else, how much easier does it make everyone else's job on the defense knowing that he's got the middle plugged up? You kind of do your own thing and freelance a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it makes it a lot easier. I'm glad that I can kind of roam, and I know I don't have to worry about him. So, actually, he's probably one of the guys on the defense that I rely upon the most to just do his job every single time. So
yeah, you don't have to worry about Forrest in there. Go ahead, Matt.
Well, and my question is, you just brought up how Tyler got kicked out. Unfortunately, he probably won't be there next week. Does it really help this defense knowing that you guys were able to play the first couple of weeks without him, and you were able to kind of solidify and gel up the defense? And then when he came back, it just made you guys that much better. Do you feel like you guys will be all right moving into next week?
Yeah, I think we'll do just fine. It sucks losing him because he is a very valuable asset on the line, but we have played without him, and I think we'll do just fine.
Now, is he the kind of guy who's going to be standing there on the sidelines with you next week, pointing out things like, hey, watch that gap, or watch the sideline? Is he going to be doing that for you guys next week?
Oh yeah, he's always trying to help out any way he can. He'll definitely be there chatting it up.
I asked Aaron Williams, I asked JD, I asked Cody all this questions, and I'll pose it to you guys. It just seemed tonight, for a high school football game, there was a lot of talking going on that field between us and the Southeast Spartans. And what do you tell each other in the huddle to make sure you don't lose your cool? How do you back each other up? And what do the coaching staff tell you on the sidelines in a game like this?
Well, the coaching staff, all they did was preach about the importance of the team because obviously what happened to Tyler, that may have been a repercussion, may have not. I mean, he plays hard every play, so I can't really take anything away from the kid. But it's difficult not to lose your cool. I mean, for me, I was having a really tough time controlling myself, and that's one thing I really need to work on because I know this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I probably didn't handle it the best. I was just sitting back saying, all right, they want to talk. Let's give them some answers. So,
and you did with your play out there, that's for sure. Not another typical Dan Helm game we talked about on the broadcast. I'm wearing out my thesaurus. I'm going to have to find new superlatives to use to describe your performance. We talked to Aaron there, Forrest, kind of your brothers in arms next to you in the defensive tackle position, and he said you guys almost share one brain as a unit. Because I talked to him about the quick first step, and sometimes it seems like you guys pick up the cadence of other teams real quickly. And he says you guys do that without even discussing it. You guys kind of all pick it up at once. Talk us through the process of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just second nature by now. I've been playing with them all summer. We get to go to practice, and you just pick up on each other's keys. And after the first few plays, you kind of know what the other team's going to do. And I don't know, we don't have to talk through it anymore. It just kind of snaps.
That's very impressive right there. Impressive also your performance tonight, Dan.
5 catches, 177 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think more than likely going to be the most valuable Titan for Fritz and Christy Pfister.
Just to do a little stat dropping for you there.
By the way, can I pick you up on my fantasy team this weekend?
Please.
But take us through that tight end seam route. That's a play that you ran a lot last year. We haven't seen you run it as much this year because obviously teams keying on you a little bit, so the coaching staff's been creative where they placed you. You get off the ball, it looked like you had a clean break off the ball, and you look around, there's no one around you. How's that got to be a feeling for you, knowing that you've been blanketed by other teams, and all of a sudden you look around, what's going on here?
The only thing I'm thinking of when I'm that wide open is don't drop it.
Don't become your own worst enemy, basically.
That's a true answer right there.
Because that's what I asked Matt Benitis. I asked him, I was like, when you saw Dan on that tight end seam pass and there wasn't anybody within 15 yards of him, what was your first thought? He was like, just make sure he got the ball to him in stride.
Now I'll ask you, that's when you're wide open. You were wide open early in the game. He throws a little bit behind you. What do you say to him in the huddle there? I don't know if we can air it on the air, but I feel like he was the clean version, the PG-13 version.
I'm a clean guy, so no worries there. But I lost my cool there, and I know Matt. He's trying as hard as he can, and this is his first year. He's doing a great job. I mean, he made up for it in the next two, because the second one in particular, the second seam that he threw for, I think, my third touchdown.
Yeah,
he really put it where the safety couldn't get it.
Yes.
So that was a good throw by him, and that flag route was good first. So for me, coming back, sitting back, I'm a good observer after the game, but in the heat of the moment, it's difficult to retain my cool. So, I mean, I wasn't pleased with him, but everybody makes mistakes. I guarantee I'll drop a couple this year. So
I got to ask you, Forrest, this guy over here, Dan Helm, homecoming king, announced before the game. How many Burger King crowns are going to be in his locker now next time out on the football practice field?
I mean, I don't know. I can't count that high. He's thinking it's a good idea, though. You can see it. The wheels are turning.
Obviously, that's a big honor, and we talked about it with Chris Murphy. That may be a record for homecoming king. From homecoming king to scoring touchdown, it took maybe 7 minutes.
That's pretty sweet.
I asked him right after the first touchdown play. I was like, 17 seconds. What took him so long?
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guys.
What did that plaque say, by the way? He was all upset you didn't get an actual crown to wear.
You're supposed to get a crown if you're the king, not a plaque. I'm not knocking the school district by any means. I'm just saying, you're supposed to get a crown.
Honestly, I didn't even look at it.
Focus
funny.
on the game.
Well, it's funny because I told him, I was like, I imagine this is Dan Helm's train of thought right now. I got to be in the locker room. I don't got time for pictures. You kind of look like you were like, all right, I don't want to be standing here. Okay, you read my name off. Can I go to the locker room now?
Did you guys give him some ribbon when he came back to the locker room?
Confetti.
No. All right.
I get a pat on the back, but that's about it.
There you go. Are both you guys going to the homecoming festivities tomorrow night?
I am. Dan, are you?
My birthday is tomorrow, so I got to take her out for dinner.
Because
That's a good boyfriend right there.
My question to everyone has been, are you picking out your own outfit, or is the lady telling you what to wear?
Yeah, for me, she always tells me what to wear. So.
I've been told.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you guys' time. We got to go to another break. We got some angry linemen staring me down.
You don't want linemen. You don't want angry linemen.
And they allowed Benitez some time to allow you to get the football, Dan, there. So got to make sure. So appreciate you guys coming out.
Great game, bud.
Forrest Sexton, Dan Helm. Forrest, pleasure
Nice
to meet
talking
you.
to you, bud.
And nice to
Thank
finally
you.
be able to get you on the microphone for once. Best of luck next week versus the Rochester Rockets, guys.